James Watt, BBC Tees, and you know what? You can never have too much stuff about the Beatles, and that's a good job because Chris Cowie has been spending his last year or so just involved in Beatles. Hi, Chris.
Hello, James.
Good to have you on this afternoon. And, well, we've got another DVD about the Beatles, but this one's a bit different with a bit of luck. The Beatles, Rare and Unseen?
Yes.
How do you get that then?
Well, there's an awful lot of footage in it which hasn't been doing the rounds. That's very difficult, obviously, with the Beatles, because they are, still to this day, I think probably the biggest music property in the world, if you like. It's a little bit like Antiques Roadshow, trying to unearth something that hasn't been on before.
Yeah.
But with this, we've succeeded. I mean, it's one for the real Beatles fans. Kind of Beatles fans will, if they're anything like me, will collect every bit of music, every bit of memorabilia, every bit of footage they possibly can about the Fab Four. And this has got some great footage when they were in between gigs and on holiday in Jersey. It's got some stuff from them touring in Scotland, in Dundee. But this is for real Beatles fans and train spotters like me.
Because it's like all unofficial, this sort of thing.
Absolutely, yes. I mean, it is a must for every Beatles fan.
Now, because you've just been a lifelong fan of the Beatles, or you ever been involved with the guys at all?
No, I've not really been involved with them. I've met the odd Beatle or two. Not that I was able to speak, of course, because it's kind of there's only the Beatles really will get you kind of gobsmacked like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I was just a nipper when the Beatles were around. But I've got an older brother and sister who used to relentlessly play Beatles stuff to me. So I'm a complete convert. I think they changed music and they changed the world, and that was very important for a kid growing up in the 60s.
Well, the one of the things you got on this DVD, which is pretty good, is a lot of sort of video from it looks like the holidays, but it's from when they're doing sort of filming and stuff like that, but like the off-screen moments in effect, but on screen.
Yes, an awful lot of this footage seems to have been shot by the Beatles themselves. On holiday with little Super 8 cameras. There's some stuff in Jersey. There's also some stuff that appears to have been shot all the way around the world when they were filming stuff like Help, and it looks like Paul McCartney's had his hands on the old cine camera quite a lot.
Now, you talk to all sorts of people who talk about the Beatles in the DVD. You got Phil Collins in there. I mean, how do you get hold of him then?
Well, like you and I, everyone seems to be a bit of a Beatles fan, and
him up?
Yeah, we go right through the whole kind of Beatles fan club from people who worked with them back in the day, like Ken Dodd. We've got an interview with Doddy, right through to people like Phil Collins. We've got a lot of people who are around the Beatles in the 60s, press officers and that kind of thing. And so it kind of tells the story. It's a bit like the Beatles anthology volume that was missing. This is more the sort of unofficial, unvarnished story.
Well, Chris, it's great to talk to you. It's Rare and Unseen, the Beatles. It's available in any good DVD retailer, I presume, now at this point. Well, it was a great, interesting watch last night as well. Thanks very much.
You're welcome.
Cheers.
Cheers.